So let's see, we have audio again. Is it good? Ok. Não tinha áudio nenhum. So I'll repeat a little bit again because in the other transmission there was no audio. So one of the best friends of seekers of truth is friction. Those situations when you get faced with problems, with difficulties, especially involving other people that in any way challenge you, say bad things about you, make you feel they bully you or you feel bullied in some way. These people, these situations, they are very important, contrary to normal understanding. There is this idea that promoting peace around you and avoiding certain situations, it is the best. In the beginning, yes, probably it is, because you're so entangled with negativities that these situations only increase negativities. So in the beginning, yes, it makes sense. But as you get a little bit more mature, these situations, they play a big role in your quest, because as everything becomes peaceful with no friction, it is very difficult or probably even impossible for you to get a hold on or work these more deeper negativities, the roots of the negativities. So these situations, these people, they are your best friends because they will bring this out. They will reveal to you, if you're watching, of course, they will reveal the way you look at the world, the way you see yourself, all these things that need to dissolve. They will bring all these things out in a big way. These situations by nature, they are very challenging, but very, 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 very challenging. Because as you get exposed to these situations, your whole world of beliefs starts to scream inside of you. And it is very difficult to get out from that and to watch it from outside, as if you were watching others interacting in the same way with a more clear vision. It is very difficult because, and for those who have been into these situations and are working them, you really want to see things that way and you want to justify that way, because seeing it that way, you can justify your reactions and all of this. This is for those who have taken their spiritual quest, they have embraced them completely, and there's no spiritual character and worldly character, just one character. Because most of you start developing a spiritual character to deal in spiritual environments, and then you have a worldly one to deal in worldly environments. So one in these spiritual situations surrenders, and the other in the worldly situations struggles for. So this has to mature a little bit more. But eventually, as you embrace completely your quest for truth, it is 24/7 working towards freedom, removing the weeds. This is the work. And it is 24/7. So all situations, not just a few ones, they are observed with this onlook. And whatever it is coming, it is a part of your work and it is trying to teach you something. It is very easy to point the finger at the other because the other is doing this, and sometimes, yes, the other is, but most of the times it's not for the reasons that you imagine, and I can tell you that there are no victims anywhere. So the more you take responsibility for what is happening, the better, the faster you will grow. You see, it is commonly said that peace lies within. Yes, it is like this. But chaos lies within also, at a more superficial level. If we could use these words, and we are using them in this context, uh, we can say that peace lies within. In this context, let's use these words. And afterwards, we have to use also chaos lies within also. Peace at the core, and it's also another word for identity, and chaos at a more superficial level. To go to this peace, to establish yourself into peace, all this chaos has to emerge and to dissolve. That is the path. So all these difficult situations for you, they are revealing for you everything you need to observe about your mechanics, the visions you have from yourself, from the world, and all of this, all the negativities. So whatever is arising there, it is, apparently it is yours. Apparently, because it's not really the case. But it's not from the other, that you can be sure of. So if everything becomes nice, shanti, peaceful, you might not realize, because your efforts will relax a little bit, and you will not realize, but the seeds of negativities that are still there, that haven't been burnt in the fire of meditation, of spiritual sadhana, these seeds will begin to sprout again, and they will reveal themselves as arrogance, vanity, superiority, and a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot, endless situations. So it is very important that in one way or another, there's someone there, there's something there that comes and gives that pinch and questions you, because that will help you to keep focus, to keep focusing on the work. Because if those situations, they are not disturbing you anymore, they are there but not disturbing, that means you have outgrown them. But they are still making negativities to arise, then things are still there. So in a sense, your worst enemies, they are your best friends, because they allow you to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in a more faster way. Also in a more difficult way, like I said previously, it is very challenging. These situations are very challenging because you feel very bad about yourself if you are being aggressive towards someone, if someone is being aggressive towards you, if you're watching this aggression from your part or from others. This is difficult to deal with, but it is your eyes that need to change. And without this vision, then this vision comes, and you have several choices in front of you. You may react, blindly react, as you used to. You may crucify the other, or you may thank the other and observe everything that was arising there. recognizing, not judging, because or it is the other or it is me. Usually it's these two things: or you judge the other and you crucify the other, or you crucify yourself, depending from where you're staying, or both. Sometimes you crucify the other, and then for that crucifixion you crucify yourself, and the cycle of negativity is closed like this, and it will become stronger. So as these things are arising, you are into those situations. Mind is screaming with a lot of things that demand certain types of actions, and you refrain yourself from the action, and you really start to observe, taking responsibility for that situation, and trying to look, what is my part in this? What do I have to learn with this? Then your inner mechanics, that which compels you, start to become visible. And that is your gain. Because these things, they survive through blindness into automatic, into the shadows. If you start observing them, they will start slowly, slowly crumbling, crumbling. And into these situations, it is where things become more um, mature, because usually seekers pray that they become more humble, that they gain humility, but then they refuse the, the situations, the people and the situations that are giving this opportunity. It's like they're praying to God, God, please make me more humble. Then God brings these people, and then they don't accept it. They waste these opportunities to make themselves more humble, and they continue to choose to be right, to be a victim or be a bullied, to be respected. And but usually this to be right is the is one of the big ones, instead of humbling themselves. So eventually, as this starts to mature, these situations are better used. You see, because eventually you will have to decide what is more important to you: the maintenance of this character of illusion, or freedom, dissolution of these structures, freedom. And that is something that you are deciding in every situation that is coming to you, these types of situations especially, in the way that you act, in the way that you observe these things, in the way that you are experiencing these things. Because if you are just trying to bring external peace, avoiding these difficult situations, or just blaming the other, then you're the one who is losing. You may be right in your world, in your vision. The other may be wrong in your world, in your vision, but you're still blind. You're still deluded. all these difficult situations, they offer priceless opportunities. Priceless opportunity. Those who can, they take it. Those who cannot, well, they continue to try. But a lot of energy is used to remove yourself from these situations, from these bad situations, when these are priceless opportunities, gifts, real gifts, to be taken, to be used. And usually answers are there for those who dare to ask certain questions. So, why are these things always happening to you? Because the world is filled with bad people. Well, it is a way of seeing it, but that's not very enlightened or enlightening. That's English. There is this comparison of the ego with the onion that has a lot of layers. Well, this word ego is, well, but this onion, it is good because this deepening of your process, this intensifying of the spiritual process, this deepening into yourself goes through different layers. And in each of these layers, there is abundant chaos. And as you solve this chaos, dissolve it, at this layer, peace emerges. So usually, if you're not really clarified about your quest for truth, not just as a mental concept, but deeper than that, if this external peace, circumstantial peace, it is still very important for you, it is difficult, it becomes difficult to go through one layer to the other, because when you touch that peace, it seems that, no, this is good because this is what I was looking for. But with this mindset, you cannot go deeper than that. And still, you cannot stay there because eventually things go back to where they were. Nothing stops. So to pierce into these layers, it is more or less the same experience. As you start piercing the layer, confusion will be there, difficult situations will be there, suffering will be there. And as you continue spiritual work, your meditation, your observation of these things, your detachment, all of this, Again, you will start to experience peace as these things start to dissolve. As you go through the other one, again, chaos, like nothing has ever happened, like you're just in the beginning, because it has the same intensity, but it's not at the same level. So it is easy to confuse yourself with this. But the tendency is, as you reach one layer of peace, you start to build there, and this is your ground. This is from where you start building up. And this is not correct. Seekers want to establish themselves there because they felt peace. So this is good. So they establish from there. And eventually something comes and crumbles that. And they say, but I was doing so well. If that situation didn't happen, if though that situation didn't came, that person, then I was very good. This is a naive observation. As long as the chaos is there, it's like chaos is bringing chaos because chaos feeds from chaos. And if you continue to react the same way, you will continue to pile up chaos. That continues the cycle, which is normal human life. But if you stop reacting to this, observing at the root, then these things start to dissolve. And this is why friction is the seeker of truth best friend. And wherever you go, if you're serious, it is unavoidable. As long as chaos is there, you will be experiencing it. And this is divine opportunity. This is the answer to your prayers because you ask for peace, you ask for love, you ask for enlightenment, for freedom, you ask of all these things, but then you're rejecting the means to that end. Okay, for today it is all. So next satsang will be Wednesday. Wednesday, 9 o'clock UTC -3 Brazilian time. So until there, observe these things, watch them carefully, and turn your vision to where it really matters, to the source of these things, to that intimate space of perception